Within each of us lies a dark entity, a menacing shadow waiting for recognition. Often overlooked, this shadow is filled with unexplored emotions and repressed thoughts, which can, surprisingly, illuminate and strengthen us. Stoicism teaches us the bravery needed to confront this internal darkness, revealing that what we fear may indeed unlock our greatest strengths. Today, we will delve deeply into the notion of the shadow self, an essential yet frequently disregarded component of our psyche. By embracing this aspect of ourselves, we can achieve a deeper understanding and a fuller expression of who we truly are. This journey involves not just confronting what we conceal from the world, but also uncovering the latent potential and wisdom within us. Join me as we explore how confronting our darkest sides can lead to our brightest moments. If you value the insights and discussions we're sharing, a simple, free favor I ask is for you to hit the subscribe button and ensure you don't skip any part of the video. This way, you'll receive the complete story and all the transformative ideas we're exploring together. Your dark side can reveal your true self. Picture your dark side as a rich, fertile ground from which the most genuine version of yourself can emerge. This idea isn't new in philosophy. Marcus Aurelius observed that embracing and understanding all facets of our nature, beyond just the pleasant ones, is vital for developing wisdom and virtue. He believed that every aspect of ourselves has something to teach us, even those parts we tend to hide or suppress. Your shadow, often referred to in psychology, isn't merely a collection of negatives, but a crucial part of who you are. By facing and integrating this shadow, you begin a journey toward a more complete self, much like digging into the depths of your being to uncover not just roots, but also hidden treasures. Plato also addressed this in his discussions about the psyche, stressing the importance of self-awareness in attaining philosophical wisdom. He suggested that self-knowledge is the first step toward any form of wisdom. Acknowledging your dark side doesn't mean succumbing to it, but rather understanding its role in your life. Seneca argued that self-mastery involves a harmonious relationship with all aspects of one's character. He stated that virtue isn't achieved by the absence of vices, but through the struggle against them. This struggle strengthens and deepens our character rather than weakening us. Your shadow can unveil strengths you weren't aware you had. For example, traits such as assertiveness or ambition might manifest as aggression or selfishness within your shadow, yet these traits, when properly balanced and directed, can lead to personal success and fulfillment. Aristotle discussed this concept as the golden mean, the desirable middle ground between two extremes, excess and deficiency. By exploring your darker traits, you can find the balance necessary to harness them effectively. Embracing your shadow productively isn't just about reconciling with your darker aspects, but using them as catalysts for growth and transformation. Socrates famously stated that an unexamined life is not worth living. By examining even the darkest parts of ourselves, we live a fuller, more examined, and ultimately more satisfying life. This process is essential for becoming not just a well-rounded individual, but a truly enlightened one. Your dark side can offer valuable guidance. Stoicism, a philosophical school that emphasizes understanding and controlling one's emotions, encourages us to scrutinize our impulses, especially those we may not be proud of. Epictetus frequently spoke about the insights we gain from our reactions to external circumstances. He suggested that it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretations of them. Your dark side, including emotions like anger, envy, or fear, often reflects underlying issues or unmet needs. For instance, anger might reveal where you feel your rights are being violated, or where you're not advocating for yourself. Jealousy might highlight areas where you feel inadequate or dissatisfied with your achievements compared to others. These emotions, though uncomfortable, signal a need for change or adjustment in your life. Aristotle emphasized the importance of developing virtue by understanding our emotions and habits. He believed that by confronting these emotions and understanding their roots, we can better grasp the golden mean, the desirable balance between extremes, leading to moral virtue. So, when you experience these intense dark emotions, it's a prompt to pause and listen carefully. What are they trying to communicate? Perhaps it's time to reassess your boundaries, voice your needs, or even alter your current path. This isn't about reacting impulsively to these feelings, but using them as a guide to make more thoughtful decisions and actions. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the insights gained from introspection, advocating for a life where each impulse and reaction is observed, analyzed, and learned from. This practice not only aids in managing emotions, but also transforms them into actions that reflect our true values and goals. Your dark side doesn't merely challenge you. It also advises you, urging you to confront aspects of your life that you may be neglecting or mishandling. Listening to this side of yourself doesn't mean succumbing to negative impulses, but using your understanding of these impulses to foster positive change. By doing so, you align more closely with Socrates' ideal of living a life that is not only examined but also enlightened, making informed decisions that enhance your well-being and growth. Embracing your dark side. Exploring the idea of how accepting your darker aspects can both reveal and enhance your distinct characteristics, we uncover deep insights from Stoic philosophy. This approach encourages us to embrace every facet of our being, including those parts that might be uncomfortable or unwelcome. True acceptance is essential for achieving genuine authenticity, a state where we are entirely ourselves without pretense or repression. Stoic thinkers such as Marcus Aurelius stress the value of self-acceptance as a route to wisdom and personal integrity. He believed that a thorough understanding of ourselves, including our shadowy sides, allows us to live in alignment with nature and our true selves. This notion is reflected in Carl Jung's psychological concept of the shadow, which encompasses all the aspects of ourselves that we tend to deny or hide. By facing and integrating these shadow elements, we not only become more whole but also unlock unique and powerful dimensions of our personality. For example, traits like assertiveness or boldness may initially manifest as aggressiveness or recklessness within our shadow. Yet, when these traits are acknowledged and managed properly, they can become significant assets for leadership and innovation. This transformation is not about succumbing to negative impulses, but understanding them deeply enough to channel their energy constructively. Seneca discussed the virtue of resilience, which often emerges from confronting our inner conflicts and perceived weaknesses. He suggested that our most challenging traits could transform into our greatest strengths when approached with wisdom and courage. This involves reflecting on how these characteristics show up in our lives and finding ways to balance and integrate them into a cohesive whole. Embracing your dark side not only leads to a more genuine life, but also sets you apart from others. Each person's shadow is unique, and how we choose to integrate it reflects our distinct values and experiences. Plato argued that self-knowledge is a crucial precursor to wisdom. By understanding our darker aspects, we gain insights into our deepest motivations and potential, crafting a life that truly mirrors who we are. Your dark side should not be feared or repressed, but embraced and comprehended. This thorough self-awareness allows us to express the full range of our personality, contributing to our uniqueness and authenticity. This journey requires courage, reflection, and a deep dedication to personal growth, virtues celebrated by Stoic philosophy. Your dark side can fight you. Embracing your dark side is not always a straightforward or easy process. At times, it may feel as if this part of yourself is actively working against you. Such internal conflict is entirely natural and something Stoic philosophy prepares us to manage. The Stoics teach us that life is filled with challenges and that growth often comes from confronting, rather than avoiding, these internal conflicts. Marcus Aurelius frequently wrote about meeting adversity with resilience and viewing obstacles as chances to improve one's character. Carl Jung's concept of the shadow encapsulates the darker, often unacknowledged parts of our personality. Engaging with your shadow is not about eradicating it, but about entering into a meaningful dialogue with it. This interaction can be uncomfortable, as your shadow might display traits or desires that clash with your conscious values, leading to confusion or distress. For example, you might struggle with impulses like anger or jealousy that seem to steer you away from your desired path. Epictetus advised that we should not be disturbed by these impulses, but should examine them as subjects for reflection. By questioning why these feelings arise and what they might be responding to, you gain deeper insights into your needs and fears. This reflective process is crucial for turning potentially destructive emotions into opportunities for personal growth. Sometimes, confronting your dark side can feel like a battle, where different parts of your psyche seem at odds. Seneca addressed this experience, highlighting the importance of steadfastness in the face of internal discord. He advised that enduring these trials with dignity and courage is what cultivates true resilience and character. Each encounter with your dark side should be seen not as a setback, but as an essential part of your journey towards self-mastery. These moments challenge you to reaffirm your values and practice the virtues you aspire to live by, such as wisdom, courage, and temperance. Aristotle also touched upon this in his discussions on virtue ethics, suggesting that virtues are developed through practice and that facing personal challenges is integral to this practice. Practically speaking, dealing with your dark side involves recognizing when it influences your behavior and taking constructive steps to address this influence. This might involve practices such as mindfulness, where you observe your emotions without judgment, or cognitive reframing, where you challenge the assumptions behind your feelings. Each of these practices can help you maintain a balanced perspective and ensure your actions align with your broader life goals. The struggle with your dark side should not be feared or avoided, but embraced as part of the complex journey of self-discovery and improvement. By engaging thoughtfully and consistently with these challenges, you reinforce your commitment to living a virtuous life in alignment with both Stoic teachings and the broader pursuit of wisdom in Western philosophy. As we conclude today's discussion, it's important to remember that embracing your dark side isn't merely a philosophical exercise, but a practical approach to achieving a more fulfilling and authentic life. Stoicism, with its focus on self-awareness and control over one's reactions, teaches us that the journey towards self-mastery involves not just accepting the lighter aspects of our being, but also confronting and integrating the darker ones. This is not a process to shy away from, but to engage with wholeheartedly, as each step toward understanding our more complex emotions and traits brings us closer to the person we aspire to be. In our conversation today, we've explored how your dark side can reveal your true self, provide unique insights, highlight your individuality, and sometimes challenge you in ways that may feel like a fight. These are not just abstract ideas, but real, tangible experiences we all encounter. By acknowledging and working through these aspects, we harness the full potential of our being and lead a more balanced and insightful life. Stoicism doesn't promise an easy path. Rather, it offers a meaningful one. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, these Stoic philosophers understood and spoke about the complexities of human nature. They taught us that virtue is not the absence of vices, but the effort to overcome them. This effort demands patience, resilience, and a steadfast commitment to self-improvement. Remember, every interaction with your shadow, every moment spent reflecting on your emotions and reactions, is an opportunity for growth. It's about more than just self-control. It's about self-transformation. The Stoics believe that true wisdom comes from within and that every personal challenge is a chance to demonstrate and develop our virtues. So, as we wrap up, I encourage you to apply these insights to your daily life. Start by observing your reactions, questioning your impulses, and gently exploring the darker corners of your psyche. Be patient with yourself, as this process can unearth challenging feelings and revelations. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. Like the Stoics of ancient times, we are all part of a community that values depth, authenticity, and personal growth. Thank you for joining me today. If this discussion has sparked any thoughts or insights, I'd love to hear from you. And if you appreciate the journey we're on together, exploring the rich tapestry of human experience, don't forget to subscribe and join us for more discussions like this. Here's to embracing every part of ourselves and moving forward with not just more knowledge, but greater wisdom.